Hello, I'm Elizakov, a medical intuitive and a wealth activator, and this is another episode of Insight Healing. 10 to 15 minutes of insight and healing that comes out every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And I would love it if I would hear, like we're on episode 27, I believe. I would love to hear your comments on how this was for you, or if you've been doing numerous of my episodes, how they've been for you. And of course, if you have any requests, I'm always here and ready for that. And I love requests. But I want to talk today, and actually the next couple of themes are going to get pretty deep. So we all know about wounds, right? We all talk about the wounds that we carry, whether it's the mother wounds, the father wounds, the abandonment wounds. Yeah, there's a lot of wounds. So today I want to talk about the greatest wound, the biggest wound. In fact, this wound is worldwide. In fact, if it wasn't for this wound, there'd be no wars, there'd be no aggression, there'd be no violence, wouldn't be so much fear. There'd be more love. In fact, we would all be living in love, really the fifth dimension. So this biggest, greatest wound happened thousands of years ago. And in this moment, gosh, I just got a little heart pang because it is quite heartbreaking how this one moment created a wound for everybody. The moment that, well, not everybody, excuse me, when the moment in thousands of years ago in our lifetime that the greatest wound is the wound of duality, the wound of separation. And it's that separation from support from the higher realms, whatever God you believe in, support from Mother Earth. And that, of course, amplifies the support of others. So we get angry, we get competition, we resent, we get jealous, fear. It's all fear-based, all fear-based. So the greatest, deepest wound happened thousands of years ago. In that moment, in that trauma, that you start to feel duality, that you are separate from that person, and they are separate from you. When they are separate, oh, they're different, or they're better, they're worse. Racism, segregation, oppression. It's the main plight, epidemic of the world. And all human beings, and then of course there's the generational trauma that has also helped to pass that on, because don't we just pass our fears, even, because we're living in a day-to-day, there'd be way more abundance. And this is really the main wound, is duality. Without duality, there'd be more abundance, there'd be more sharing. There would be less war. There would be no wars, less fighting, no violence, no gun violence, no shootings, no even sexual trauma, violent trauma. As soon as we feel separate, it's all, and imagine the billions of people that are feeling this. And it's a big one to help and heal. But here's the thing, and I hope that by watching my episodes, it's coming kind of clear. Just tend to yourself. You're not just one little person. You're huge. You impact, for example, I impact my street with the energy. This house probably just like glows through this whole neighborhood. Don't underestimate the impact of you working on shifting you from duality to wholeness, from separation to oneness, from love, saying it opposite way. Yeah, from moving from duality to oneness, from separation to wholeness, from fear to love. That's the path we want to take. It's hard. It takes effort. And think about thousands of years of you past lives reliving in the separation. So The sacred activations I'm going to run today are pretty powerful. I would not recommend you do this daily. I recommend, I don't know, you can check your pendulum, or if you muscle test, or maybe once a month every 6 weeks, because what I'm going to get to you now, ooh, it's got goosebumps, is going to work, but it will take a bit of time to integrate. Because guess what? We are not simple. And guess what else? We are multi-dimensional. I should probably do an episode on that. Multi-dimensional means not just our being, but all the layers. There's a mental body here, right? There's also the emotional body here. There's this samskar. There's the karmic body here. So, oh, let's just deal with duality. The greatest, most deepest human wound for the whole world. For the whole world, no matter what country. Gosh, even countries and passports and boundaries, all of that is separation. Duality. You and me, we're not the same. We're not one. Oh my gosh, oh my God, sorry, I just got a little, I'm getting verklempt with this talk because I see the suffering of the world. And this is why I spend like an hour and a half in the morning with my rituals, because the more I move towards purity, the more I move towards love, sometimes the harder it is to see the state of the world, even the minor things. Yeah. All right. And this is why I like to offer these things. And by the way, if you don't follow my newsletter, I offer free webinars once every 4 or 5 weeks. And the next one is actually going to be, the next one is going to be a talk on manifestation. I'm not going to get into that now. Let's stay with our deepest wounds. And when we are dealing with our deepest wound, we're actually dealing with the wounds of the collective. We're helping the collective. All right. Take a few expansive breaths and let every exhale bring you further into your body. And you may have already, I feel there's already energy running. It happens with me. People say the energy's starting to run before I even say anything. But anyway, you already may start to feel this flow in your heart, because when we're moving out of non-duality, we are moving into love. Even though I don't have any love sacred activations today, everything I do is to clear the way for your oneness to know that you're so supported. All right. And then the next exhale, just bring yourself down, down, down through all the layers of Mother Earth until you get to the heart chakra of Mother Earth. And then in that seat of the Mother Earth, remember, Mother Earth fall the sky, feminine, masculine, be held by the feminine. Male, female, be held by the feminine. It's warm, it's loving. So is male, but there's a different energy. And then from that place of Mother Earth, just really out loud, I recommend you say this out loud. I even recommend you put your hand on your heart. This is deep seated, like thousands of years. Even whenever I say, oh my God, thousands of years back, I'm even dumbfounded how, whoa, especially if you're an old soul. Saying that out loud with your hand on your heart, I open up to completely and utterly receive this healing. I am worthy of feeling oneness and love without any conditions or parameters or boxes or all right, accepting to receive. And I'm going to start duality release now, and just see what shows up for you. They're telling me that this is working on the cellular level. So cells and DNA is actually essential for the up-leveling. Essential. It's the key, especially DNA. The next one is kind of an advanced sacred activation, which is another reason why I wouldn't listen to this one every day. Just really soak it in once. And then you can always muscle test, or if you have a pendulum, just make sure you clear the pendulum, make sure it has your energy in it, and test with that. And now I'm going to run the universal law of oneness. Whoa. Just really say out loud, I open up to receive. This is hard for us to fathom, that we are supported by individuals. Even if, don't even worry about the individuals. Just first, just know that you're supported by whatever God you believe in, the earth, so much, so many, so many beings and angels around you that are trying to support you as well. Right? Saying I would say out loud that you're opening up to receive. It's already running. A few more breaths here. And then make your way back down to the heart of Mother Earth and just feel the integration, the healing, and the grounding energies of Mother Earth. And then make your way up to the heart center and take a few breaths, expanding the breath in your whole chest cavity. Repeat this out loud. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded and supported. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded and supported. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded and supported. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms. Sometimes that feels nice. When you're ready, you may open up your arms. May this episode just need to listen to it once, or when you feel called. May it remind you that you are one with everything. There's no separation. When we realize this, gosh, so much changes when we change it within our being. The first part, of course, is like believing, like, Ella, what are you talking about? It can't be true. Yes, it's true. But it does, we've had so much trauma, so much heartbreak, so much heartache that that it's hard to trust us. And I guess, my goodness, I guess I should even do a whole theme on trust, because until we trust, we can't let go to the non-dual. Because we think we're not trusting that person, no, but really we're not trusting God, we're not trusting life, and we're not trusting ourselves, really. This can get so complex and so wide and broad, but just know that this episode alone is you taking a step to oneness and love, non-competition, non-duality. Let me know how this was for you. Share this with somebody that could probably, we could all use this. Oh my goodness. If I could tell you, my deepest intention is to reach people far and wide, because when I've gotten that, then when I reach far and wide, that means that I can, just create harmony in this world. My little part, this little 10-15 minutes, my little part. Share, or anybody can use it. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight and healing. And as always, it is my gratitude, it is my honor. Thank you for showing up. Much love.